Good afternoon, and thank you for joining me for another office hours training. I'm Crystal Gunn, your financial strategist and small business advisor, and I help you to create financial foundations for your personal finances or your business so that you can thrive, so that you can soar. And the part that I love the most is about helping people have aha moments, those self-discovery moments, helping you see what no longer serves you so that you can release it and you can thrive. All that helps with the breakthroughs. That's where you start to shift. That's where that magic happens, be it in your personal finances or your overall business. So let's get into today's topic of budgeting brilliance, mastering efficient and effective money management. Go back, watch all of those previous trainings on budgeting. And the last training that we did that I did was about you having a negative monthly cash flow. So you totaled up all your expenses and subtracted that number from your monthly net income. And your expenses were more than your income. And so I went through some tips to turn that around. So go back and watch last week's episode on that. So today I want to talk about what happens when you do that, when you subtract your monthly expenses from your monthly net income and you actually have a positive number, which is what you want to have, meaning your expenses are less than your income. That money left over needs a job. Every dollar you earn should have a job. Every dollar you earn should have a job. So let's say you have $700 a month left over when you have paid, when you're doing your budget and you've put in all of your expenses that you currently have. So that $700 needs a job. Every one of those dollars has to have a job. This is where you start to get intentional with your money and making and helping your money to work for you, as opposed to your habits and your financial relationship continuing to work against you. So this is where you start to redefine your personal financial relationship or your business financial relationship, right? So if you downloaded the household budget, if you haven't, go back and do that. The link is in the description and it comes with the actual budget and instructions, because the instructions part is really important, because when you look at, like, if you just look up definition of budget, you will see that it talks about tracking your expenses, right? And tracking your expenses means you're really looking back at what you've already spent your money on, where an efficient and effective budget helps you plan for the future. It helps you to live the life that you desire. It encourages you to do that. It allows you to be intentional with your money. So if you haven't downloaded the household budget and instructions, do that now. And so when you do it, be sure you read the instructions before you start to work on the budget, because there's some key points in the instructions. For instance, there are line items that's going to be on that budget that you download that don't apply to you, like childcare. You don't have children, you're not paying for childcare, that's fine. It's okay to cross that line item out or put an NA for not applicable in the section as opposed to money. But there will also be other line items on the budget that may be empty because you are not allocating money for them currently, but it doesn't mean that you should not have money allocated for them. For example, travel. Do you want to travel? Why are you not allocating money for travel from every pay period? For entertainment, you like to go out, go to the movies, go out to dinner, go to the bar, whatever it is. You should have a line item allocation for entertainment. For self-care, you should have a line item allocation for self-care. And I'm not talking about haircuts or hair appointments, manicures, pedicures. Those things are maintenance. You should definitely have a line item on there for that. But what's the other self-care things? So coaching, right? Gym membership, um, whatever type of holistic healing. So sound baths, Reiki, massages, regular massages, those things that go above and beyond the regular maintenance of yourself so that you can elevate, right? Life insurance. If you don't have life insurance outside of work, there is a line item allocation on that budget for life insurance. You need to make sure you have some outside of work. If you gamble, smoke weed, or have some other vice, you should have a line item for that as well. So every dollar you earn should have a job. You've already assigned the job for the expenses. Now it's that extra money. In this example, $700 is what you have left over every single month. You want to make sure you allocate that to those empty line items. If those empty line items are something that you want to accomplish. If you um if you don't have a vice. And when I say vice, I mean like you regularly drink alcohol. You regularly, you go to the casino. You buy lottery tickets. You smoke weed, right? There should be a line item out there for that. But if you don't do those things, where that might be, I don't think I specifically have it on there as that, but you don't need to allocate funds for that. But there's some things again that are on there that you should think about allocating funds for. So back to you have $700 that you want to allocate to line items, right? So let's say you want to travel, right? Or you like to travel, or you would like to start traveling, right? Okay, so then how much per pay period are you going to allocate to a travel account so that when it's time to travel, you have the money available to travel, right? So you may say, okay, well, I'm going to do $200 per month to a travel account, right? So now you have $500 left. So you've allocated $200 a month for travel. So that's 200 of the 700 allocated. You see that you don't have life insurance outside of work. So you call me and we get you in a policy that suits you. So let's just say for this example, $200 a month for life insurance. So now you're going to allocate, you're going to put in that line item, $200 a month for life insurance. So now you've allocated or assigned a job to $400 of the $700 that you had left over, right? So now there's what, $300 left? Let's say you have a little credit card debt and a little credit card debt and you want to start using your credit cards effectively, like I've been teaching you in these past credit trainings. So you put $100 a month towards paying off these balances. So you already have the amount that you're paying, that minimum amount, or whatever that amount is that you say you pay every month anyway. But now you want to go above and beyond that. So now you want to allocate an extra $100 every single month to help pay off those balances quicker. So now you got $200 left. Everyone should have a miscellaneous account, right? You don't know when you're going to need extra money. I don't necessarily look at this as somebody may have an emergency account and the miscellaneous account. I don't necessarily look at this as the emergency account, right? This may be, I'm putting, X amount of dollars in per pay period or per month for miscellaneous things that come up, right? Friends that you graduated with or family came in from out of town for whatever reason. Well, you all are going to go out probably and hang out and do some other things that you don't normally do. So now you got money sitting in that miscellaneous account, right? Or something came up and it may be an emergency, you needed an extra this for that. Whatever it is, you always want to make sure that you have a miscellaneous account and you're putting money in for that miscellaneous account. So you decide, okay, well, I'm gonna put $50 per month in that miscellaneous account. So now you got $150 left. You may assign $50 per month for charitable giving. Doesn't necessarily mean you're paying tithes with that. It doesn't, it just, okay, I'm going to make sure that at least every month I'm donating $50 somewhere, right? You may spread it across a couple places, but that's the amount that you want to do in charitable giving, because charitable giving is really, really important, be it on the dollar side or volunteering. It's really, really important when you start to talk about your financial relationship and what comes back to you. So now you got $100 left, and you may assign this to entertainment or whatever else that fits into the life that you want to lead, right? So now you got $0 left to assign a job. So this is just an example, but you want to do this process with the money remaining until every dollar you earn has a job. This is how you become intentional with your money, so that it's working for you and helping you live the life that you want, the life that you desire, and the life that you deserve, right? And again, I always say the life that you deserve, because most people desire less than they deserve because we've been conditioned to take less. We've been conditioned to settle for less. So you start to become intentional with your money again, so that you can live the life that you want, that you desire, and that you deserve. Your financial habits start to shift. And most importantly, your mind starts to shift too. You become more intentional with your money. And this is the part that I love. Because you've become more intentional with your money, you also start to become more intentional with all of the other areas of your life as well. I always say, when you redefine your financial relationship, it positively impacts every other area of your life. Okay. So, what is my favorite thing for today? It is the monthly household budget. So, the monthly household budget, again, you can download it in the link is in the description. It does come with instructions. So make sure you download it. Make sure you read the instructions before you start filling in these numbers. That's the part that people are going to mess up because we skim stuff or we just don't even read it. Make sure you read the instructions before you start to do the budget. Things to do, things to do, things to do. Because we know life is about elevation, right? It's a journey. So the homework is always small steps to continue you along the journey. It's taking the journey one step at a time so that you get the most of it. The journey is extremely important. People always want to jump to the destination, but the journey is where you learn to fail forward. The journey is where you learn. The journey is where you elevate. The journey is where you discover more about you. The journey is where you release the things that no longer serve you, all of those things, so that you actually can reach the destination. So the journey is important. And one step at a time, you look back, you've healed, you've climbed a mountain, you've reached your destination, right? So, what is the homework for today? The homework is download the household budget. This has been the homework every time I talk about budgeting. So go back, download the household budget. Read the instructions before you start to complete the worksheet, right? Go back. I even challenge you to go back to previous episodes where I talk about budgeting so that you can understand there is a process to this thing. It's not just about tracking your budget. Oftentimes people say, oh no, I have a budget. Do you? Okay, that's cool. Show me. But the thing that they were doing is tracking their expenses and tracking the money that they've already spent. It wasn't planning for the future. And so an efficient and effective budget allows you to plan and live the life that you desire. You may not be able to live the life that you desire today because the numbers never lie. However, it allows you to see where your numbers are so that you can start to plan so that you can live the life that you want to. Again, about being intentional with your money. So download the household budget, read the instructions, go back and look at the previous episodes about budgeting. Then you want to assign the remaining dollars. If you've been doing this along the way, you want to assign the remaining dollars a job. Every dollar you earn should have a job. Again, this is where you start to be intentional with your money. This is how you start to redefine your financial relationship so that it's working for you as opposed to against you. This is where aha moments start to happen. This is where you start to change your habits, all of the things. So assign the remaining dollars a job. And then number 3, set up your bank accounts to help you with your success. You cannot save money in the same account from which you spend. It's not possible, right? And for some, you can't save money from the same bank from which you spend. So you may have, your funds going at XYZ bank right now. But in order to save for travel, save for this, save for that, you may need to open up a credit union account or another bank or vice versa and put the money over there, right? And put the debit card up so that it's not with you when you're out just going about your day, so that you don't have easy access to those funds. So set up your bank accounts or the way that you save, so that it works for you. That's going to be different for everybody. You have to set it up for what's comfortable for you. Do the steps, like having an efficient and effective budget, not just tracking your expenses, but instead being intentional with your money. I promise you, it's gonna change the way that you look at your money. It's gonna change the way that you believe. You're gonna find some things and some habits that you need to release. And again, it's gonna allow you to start to live the life that you really want, as opposed to the one that you get just after paying bills. So as I close out for today, remember to always, always, always give yourself some grace. You don't know what you don't know. Don't get stuck in the shame and blame that goes with the past mistakes that you've made. Give yourself some grace. Keep striving. Never, ever, ever give up on you. Invest in you is the best investment that you will ever make. Until next time, thank you for joining me. See you later. Peace. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your time. Be sure to join me for the private online Q&A immediately following. The link is in the description. And if you haven't done so already, please be sure to subscribe to my channel and turn notifications on so you never miss this opportunity. Thank you again, and I will see you on the other side.